Nicole Smith is to be buried today in the Bahamas next to her son. Smith died more than 3 weeks ago. Her funeral delayed by a court fight over her remains. About 300 guests are expected for today's funeral, including her friends Alex Goen, founder and CEO of Trim Spa, and his wife Monique. Good morning to both of you, and our condolences.
Good morning to you. Thank you.
Alex, after this protracted legal battle over where your friend was to be buried, how much of a sense of relief is there today that she'll finally be laid to rest?
I think there's an incredible sense of relief. I mean, I think anyone that followed this whole entire trial knew from day one that she wanted to be buried next to Daniel. And it was unfortunate it took as long as it did, but finally she will be laid to rest there.
We've heard a lot of reports about what the memorial service might be like today. Monique, what can you tell us?
It's going to be simple but memorable. A lot of friends, a lot of family, and a lot of love. Wishing her to go home, and everyone says home is where the heart is, and she's finally going home with Daniel.
Alex, there are reports that she will be wearing a designer gown and wearing a tiara, that she will be clutching in her hand some of the ashes of her deceased husband. In what respects will today's ceremony be a reflection of who she was?
Well, I mean, she clearly was a person that was bigger than life. You know, I think when you think about this, and I certainly thought about it a lot, what people I think admired about her, she was kind of a modern day Rocky. She had a lot of challenges throughout her life. She had battle after battle after battle, but she persevered. Even here in her death, she had to win an unfortunate and sad battle, but she won the battle.
Each of the parties who were involved in the decision about where and the battle over where she would be buried, her longtime companion Howard Stern, Larry Burkhead, and her mother Virgie Author, they were each allowed to invite about 100 guests. And I know that you are guests, Monique, of Mr. Stern's. How is he doing?
I guess about a week ago or so, I saw him, and he clearly was not eating. He was very, very thin. Fortunately, his mom came over a couple days ago, and he looked a lot better yesterday. But, I mean, he's just dealing with an extraordinary amount of stress. And, you know, I mean, there's people that have talked about his life and how he's been devoted to Anna. Some care about him, some love him, some hate him. But the one thing you have to admire about him is he truly, truly was incredibly devoted to Anna. And I sure hope that everyone keeps Howard in their hearts and prayers, as well as, of course, Anna and Daniel.
And there's a paternity battle on the horizon over her 5-month-old daughter, Daniel Lynn. Monique, who do you think she would have wanted to raise her child?
Clearly Howard.
Why is that?
She's said it in many conversations, and she made it apparent to everyone that knew and loved her family and her friends.
And Alex,
you know, let me just add something, Hannah, if you don't mind. Let me just add something, if you don't mind. You have to understand that if things could have been so much different if Anna was alive. I mean, today, Howard and Anna would have been married. They planned on getting married. I know Howard had mentioned during the trial the 25th, but I believe it was the 24th, and we talked about it quite a bit. So it would have been very, very clear what Anna's intentions were.